Hi, I'm Sherry Coffman. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher as well as a practitioner and instructor for both the Theta Healing Technique and the Aroma Freedom Technique, and I hold certifications in other modalities as well. You may have seen my video at the end of 2018 where I talked about my growth of assimilating my new belief systems with holding on to traditions from my younger years as a child. And coming out of that experience, I made the decision that I was going to commit myself in 2019 to living as authentically as I possibly can. And I felt led to help others consider where they might become more empowered in their lives and live more joyfully by both determining, declaring, and owning their own authenticity. And so tonight is the first of a series of recordings for this year. I hope to do one per month about living authentically. And so when I sat down to consider some of the topics that I might talk about during this year, I decided that the one that I thought was the perfect one to start with, because I feel like it's the most important, is to be honest with yourself. Now, this may seem like a no-brainer, and it may seem like there's no way that you couldn't be honest with yourself, but I can assure you that you can, because I have. And I know that I'm a very honest person in my day-to-day life as far as honesty goes. But I found myself a few years ago blocking things that I really truly wanted to manifest because I wasn't being honest with myself about what my real heart's desires were. And when I realized that I wasn't willing to be honest with myself, and I opened up and then spoke that desire to divine source energy, the things that I'd been holding back for fear that they couldn't happen manifested almost immediately in my life. And so it's a very important thing for manifesting and living the life that we truly want. But there are a lot of other reasons for you to consider this evening or whenever you're watching this video where you might not be completely 100% honest with yourself. I believe that we all come here to contribute our unique piece of the puzzle. And if we consider the overall human experience as one huge image where we are all a unique puzzle piece, consider what happens when you don't show up as your most authentic self. And in order to do that, I believe you have to be honest with yourself. If we're walking around in life being something other than what we know we are, we're going to fit ourselves into that overall picture in a place that's not really meant for us. And if we're to do that, if you've ever worked a puzzle and found yourself with a piece or two left over, and then realized that you must have put something in the wrong place, not only have you now got an incomplete picture for yourself, but you've also got pieces that have been misplaced. So if I'm living my life inauthentically, not being truthful with myself about who I am, about what I've come here to do, what my gifts are, what my strengths are, and yes, maybe even my weaknesses. If I'm not being honest with what my soul's purpose is and where I can be of the greatest use and where my desires lead me, then not only am I going to be put into the picture in the wrong place, creating an image possibly that's distorted, but I'm also going to displace someone else who is meant to be in that spot. So that's a really important reason for us to look inside ourselves and be real with who we are, what we want, and where our heart's desires lie. Because let's think about it. If you're holding back that inner truth, then there's no way, if you believe in the law of attraction, there's no way that the law of attraction is going to bring you what you want if you're saying that it's not what you want. And to be honest, I did that for a long time, as I said, for fear that it just wouldn't show up. Maybe I was afraid I wasn't worthy. Maybe I was afraid it was too late in life. Whatever the reasons are, when I opened up and declared it to the universe, it arrived almost immediately. As I said, I'm a Reiki master, and so I live by the Reiki precepts, and I go through my Reiki precepts every day. And one of the 5 precepts says, just for today, I am honest with myself and in my dealings with others. I'd like to challenge you tonight to consider, go into a quiet place and consider, are there areas or incidences in your life where you're not being completely honest with yourself? If you can't be honest with yourself, then you're not going to be honest with other people, even though you may see yourself that way, and that may be your deepest desire. If you truly want to live an empowered life and experience the greatest amount of joy possible, if you want to fit into your purpose in life and help bring the most beautiful, glorious picture to the planet for the collective that's possible, then it's imperative that you do this work. And I would love to hear from you if you'd like to share with me. As I said, I'm Sherry Coffman. My website is empoweredjoy.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I hope you'll possibly subscribe, because I will be doing further recordings as the months go on through the year and have more to share from you, just from my personal experience and the things that I've learned from my mentors. So I've enjoyed being here with you. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.